Build cookies.
Ooh. Sounds pretty good.
Hi, Blizztag.
Hello.
I don't think our defense was too bad on first. My stickies look kind of messy on spawn. But I don't think we did too bad. We did get some. They did get picks on us. I think they killed 2 of us on first sight, and it took us a while to leave. But I don't think it was a bad thing.
That's fair. Usually with your stickies, you're mostly either going to be killing like players on flank around here, so with traps while they try and fight your flank or when your spy calls it, or it's just like, you could do cart, but it's usually they die pretty fast. These spots normally all get checked. The other real sticky spot I'd suggest is just kind of along like this little corner or like the hill here, and just try and get a sniper or a demo man or something if they try and peek hill, or like if they try and aggress on your heavy over here at all, maybe like have traps here for when they peek your heavy. But you're not really gonna get much with the traps most of the time. It's just like it takes time for them to be dealt with, and occasionally you'll kill flank.
Yeah.
Let's see, your flank's holding forward here. Soldiers spamming down from the high ground. I'd say probably have your soldiers start backing out at this point. Once they start getting around this point, like, you want to make sure you're back further around here so you have good health and you won't end up dying at all. Your spy ends up dying for this. I'd normally suggest having your spy be playing more around, like, here, like, or, like, backline on the flank, less so, like, right up top here, like, more so just here passively calling the trap, then backing and going for a stab while they're fighting your flank along here, so it's, like, just a little out of sync there. Here your comp is getting spammed out by their flank, you lose sniper, you should be calling to back out at this point, you're taking so much damage. You end up not losing too much else, but it is a little sloppy, definitely. Like, once they start getting all that spam on here, you gotta make the call to back out.
Yeah, like if they own the cliff side, we essentially have to leave.
I'm pretty sure as soon as I saw them coming up onto our like flank from cliffside, I was like, we need to leave.
Alright, that's good. But, yeah, with your players on flank on first, it's like their main goal is just to delay for a bit to get some chip damage, and then, like, for Soldier, it's like he's farming banner. You want him to be holding a bit more passive in the house there, like, he shouldn't be, like, hugging the wall at that point, like, when they're entering it, basically, like, he should be near
I'll tell you,
that
their backup was insane. Italian's backup was always the death of us.
Yeah, it's really good for payload in general, but especially Vigil, yeah. But, besides that, it was mostly fine. It's just, like, you didn't end up really having the resources to clear flank after you lost spy, and your flank was already so, like, low HP because they kind of backed out in a sloppy way. And it was just, like, kind of impossible to recontest that, so your combo ended up getting muscled out. You didn't lose too much for that, all things considered. Soldier second here, combo's playing wide, so he dies, that's good. Spy gets caught, that's cool.
He gets caught, but he gets away with it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, like,
I think he drops me here.
it's just like your scout should be following their spy there for a little bit, just like two-shotting them around here, so like Pyres should be hearing that, calling it. They go for an exchange over hill, their heavy's already dead, your Pyres denying this one. Demo man does die, good. Your Pyres distracting their Pyres, they end up getting kills, that's good, yep, pretty fine. Uber exchange, their Pyre pretty much denied all of it. Really weird that their demo man went to roof though, but, you know, whatever.
And drop. Oh, nope.
Oh.
I thought that was the one I got dropped on.
Nobody was watching behind you.
Unfortunately, the spy lived for so long. He didn't do anything for that long, but he lived, and that was probably the issue.
Let's see, heavy does get a little bit too much cart time here. You should definitely always have at least like one person, like soldier, scout, or something, just watching cart. Making sure you guys to back off early. You did get the kill, but it's kind of close now.
Yep.
Definitely, though, just have like your scout occasionally running back, checking this. That used to be pretty meta, at least. I don't know about these days, but just generally speaking, though, having people watch behind is good. They lose their demo man. Yeah. So you're not dying to sacks. That's good. Your snipers play kill aggro. I do think your sniper's getting kind of baited here, though. Your sniper is alone on the forward side of hill. Like, you need your demo man playing with them, locking out with them, and probably your combo being forward there as well. You shouldn't really be passive side tunnel there with your entire combo. But definitely when your sniper's playing this forward, be playing forward with them, demo men, so you can like lock them around this corner and keep them in the sight line. Otherwise your sniper is very susceptible being picked off by players. Sniper's doing a lot of work playing very aggressively here, but it's just like you could be playing around and better.
Yeah.
You know, doesn't sound like you really get the call they're going side hole. That should be on your spy
Yeah, we
or your
did not
flank.
get a call at all until they were peeking.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like on your flank and spy, then spy should just like be calling generally like if they're in tunnel, lake or hill, and then he can kind of glimpse which side of tunnel they're going and help your flank. Really though, like at that point your flank should be calling it when they're around here. Like when they're getting pushed out, maybe they could be playing a bit more passively, like around the shutter. It's very hard to lose flank members there, and they can still watch it. And then it's like
So,
you
like-
can be in a better position to collapse on them when they push in like this.
So if they push in with battalions or something, it's best to like go behind the shutter, like in the building.
Oh no, it's usually like best to be behind the shutter and flank in general there, because it's like then it's super hard to die to spy. Their soldier literally like does nothing. Their heavy has a much harder time. You only want to play like around the wall itself. I'd say just like with your soldier, your heavy usually wants to be seeing more passively. Occasionally you can peek this, but generally speaking, it's better to like default to this and then swing in and peek this occasionally. Like if you have like a spy call or like if you have kind of noted that their flank struggles with things. Otherwise, it's just like you keep peeking this wall and you keep taking so much damage. Like their soldier, he kind of has an advantage here on the defensive if you keep trying to peek into him. There's just a lot more benefit for holding passively on flank there than there is to be playing aggressively on it. Like you don't want to be holding that aggressively that often there. It's just like you want to swing into it as a rotational sort of thing, and that way it's like you basically don't lose flankers there. Really, it should be on your like your spine, your flank both, like to get the call on them, and then it's like you either just back out, keep everybody alive for third, or you collapse on them on tunnel here. It's like your flank dies, you get a delayed call, your combo isn't really in a good position, they're all forward on hill. That's the main thing if you do play more aggressively on hill. If you don't have the proper call, or like if you don't rotate and clear the enemies out of side hole if they go in for it, you kind of just get wiped on hill, so it's like you just gotta have those callouts. Like if your spy stands around like right here, so it's basically like you get calls and everything, and it's just vital that you have a call on where they're pushing and when, so your flank especially has time to adapt, which means your combo will usually live as well. They should be trying to forward.
If our flank was playing more towards shutter and the building and stuff, then they wouldn't have just immediately died to that battalion.
Yes, but I'd say it's also kind of on your spy there as well. Like your spy should be calling that they're pushing inside hole there, so your flank knows to be more passive. Like it's okay for your flank to be aggressive there, but it's like they have to know when to back out, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like just having a bit of like information, having that call be made there would have like probably saved their lives, which probably would have been able like maybe I've made you salvage the point. Just weapon cleaner. Anyways, your team's kind of playing wide, you're denying them from getting on this. Your flank should be trying to support your combo around the corner, though it does look like your flank's kind of out of sync from your combo a fair bit of the time. It's like when your pyre and heavy are peeking this, they shouldn't be all the way back there. It's like your team's committing to it, yeah.
I think we might have called to start setting up last because we got wiped. But their cart time ended up being bad, so we had some time to start getting set up.
Yeah. The main thing here, your sniper goes for an aggressive peek. You don't have anybody on flank though, so it's like very hard for anybody to see the spy going from drop down. Your pyro can't really like extend that far. There's just like your sniper's overextended a little bit, yeah. Here you're probably coordinating with your spy and soldier trying to get a bomb off on their sniper and flank, concerning your your sniper just died. Their combo's kind of pushing this. Their beam's actually flank as well, yeah. So I'd say, yeah, just maybe go for a stack spy soldier around here. Soldier's dead, though. You probably have to, like, you can probably make them use for it, but you probably have to back up here, yeah. Yeah, they use, you get the call early. Your team pretty much all backs out. Your pyro stays in, distracts them for a bit.
I got a little trap there, basically. They were all, like, super aggressive. And I just got, like, trapped. But I actually make it out. Somehow.
Yeah, there's just, like, your players split up a little bit. Honestly,
I actually kill their spy, and then I get out. It's kinda crazy.
I'd say what you want to do there, like, you have that call early, like, you definitely had time to just have your pyre block the doorway and get your team out the shutter. But it's like, you just take a bit longer of a route, and they're able to kind of chase you off. Like, based off of where they're going in with the Uber all the way across, like, you definitely have the time. Like, it looked like you knew the call. Like, you knew the decision was made on their part to use, but it's just, like, it's such a longer rotation. Like, if you have your pyre alive and there's nothing really that pressing, like, they still have to walk this entire way. You can sack your pyre around, like, the doorway, really, if you need to, and you probably would have been able to get your entire team out there. It's just, like, whoops. Push the talkie. It's just, yeah, like, a little missed opportunity. but you do end up getting alive. It's like, you do end up being able to like get holds and living on points, but you do lose a lot more people than you need to on rotations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely going to cost you. Like, if the enemy team was playing tighter, they probably could have gotten like third off you or so, especially considering the fact that your flank was playing independently from your combo there. Interesting.
Sadness.
Yeah.
Entire team's holding the flank. Yeah, Kaido over there for a little bit. Maybe. I don't think it was really that pressing though. Like, I don't think you really needed to send your entire combo over to flank. It just looks like you're kind of getting boxed in here as a result, and your Demo and Engie are kind of alone. Just gave up a lot of ground by overcommitting everybody to this flank. Usually you see the opposite issue where the enemy team does that on offense. You kind of made that mistake on defense somehow though. But yeah. Just the rotations are the main thing that's costing your team a lot. The rotations and just people not playing together. Like, there's just your Demo and
feel
Engie.
like that. It really did feel like
Sniper.
we're getting picked, and we could never have all people up in their own battle stations by the time they were Ubering in.
Yeah.
I see.
Did we do the funny on this? Yeah, we did.
So the main solution to that would be to just go over the map a bit, like do a map review or something, just make sure people know what they're doing, or just like in scrims or something, if you see that issue, I'll just like correct it there, tell people like what they need to do differently. Those kind of things you have to go over as a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I didn't even think about on third to just they have Uber ad, they're going to use on us. We should literally just walk back through the spawn door. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because it's like you have this entire wall as cover, basically, like this entire high ground. They shouldn't necessarily have to be using that early, like they really shouldn't be when your sniper's dead, they're coupling incorrectly there. Usually it's like you'd use here because sniper, you don't have sniper though, so they just like should be working their sniper here and then using it in, like maybe more towards here, so. But
their men might have just gotten trigger happy.
Maybe, but yeah, they use from like this far back, which means you have time to just back everybody out through this spawn. Your pyro reflects every single pipe in the game. / sticky, and then you live for last, and you can get a more solid hold up there. Yeah. It's just like due to the amount of time it would take for them to travel, it's probably better for you to back out through the spawn there, yeah. Their flanks holding forwards, you parse them out. So your team's gonna clear a flank, then your gentleman's gonna jump, maybe your soldier too.
I went for a century, and I don't think we got anything out of it.
Nah, it just looks like, again, like the sack is a little tiny bit out of sync timing-wise, so you end up just getting players focused down one by one, yeah. Yeah. I will say with the base jumper, I normally would prefer to go in around, like, through this side or so. With this, it's like you're kind of just getting shot at by their flank, whereas with this, you have a ton of cover, and you can stick you off the little left and right side, and sniper can't really peek you.
I actually originally planned I would jump that way. I would just airpo go up high underneath the sky bridge that's above you. And I was just told by our flank soldier that it'd probably be better if I just base jump from flank, since there's no sky bridge that you have to be underneath to get there. And I didn't even jump high. I failed my jump, and I didn't jump very high.
Yeah, it's just like you need their flank being cleared off there, else you're just getting chipped down.
Yeah, I should have just focused their flank instead.
Yeah, I'd say like just focus their flank, their play a little bit slower, and then go for sacks. And if you need to, you can go for sacks again once you're like after that, like for a second time once their flank is cleared off. It's just like you're mostly looking to just get their flank cleared off, work people in on the flank, make sure their flank's not shooting your cart. That's the most important thing. Like their soldier will just roll your cart here if not. And then it's just like, then it's like after flank's cleared out, that's the point where you can usually sack. And then if you want to, like, you can come up on a better loadout for sacking, like the base jumper after that. But yeah, you're like, it's just not really that well coordinated there. Your spy didn't really get the sap out of the gun, I don't think, or like just by the time you're in position to get a kill on the gun, it was audience after wherever. It's just your team didn't really fully commit to either clearing out the flank or sacking. Yeah, that's the main thing there. Your sniper gets their sniper. Gun's super
So
fine.
I had no idea where the sentry was, and so I'm underneath in main tunnel trying to spam it out on the wood platform because
Like
nobody
it's-
told me
like
where
it's on the
sentry
normal
was.
Spy? Be calling that. Be calling the guns right around the corner.
Call a gun down.
There
Yeah,
was a
you
lot
did,
of
but I'm
calls.
on main tunnel pretending to shoot stickies at where its meta spot is.
NPC
Hey, you
dialogue.
see me? I'm trying to find out where the sentry is, and I give up because you say sentry down.
Yeah, it's just be calling where the sentry gun is. Like, if, like, because it's like, if, like, you might die for that sometimes. Like, you might not always get that. And I really genuinely don't know why the enemy team just abandons their sentry gun there. But sometimes it's like there's a universe where you die there, and it's like, in the case that you do die, it's important for them to know it's there if you don't get the sap off. And even if you do get the sap off, it's just better for them to know, like, where it's at, like, even before you sap it, so they can rotate in. Because here it's just like, also, it's kind of just your demo man over here.
Yeah, I'm overextended for sure.
You're kind of actually pushing here, so like, or at least I'm assuming that's what's going through, like, your demo's head, so like, beam, pyro, play with them. Unless you're specifically going for a
that
sec.
he went under through main to
Yeah,
spam it.
I did not know that he was
I
down
had
there at all.
no
Yeah,
clue.
I don't know if I was very clear on it, but my default is we cap cart, we push cart close into main tunnel, we take down sentry, and then we rotate back to hill.
Okay, so just be calling that, like, you're stacking there, like, get everybody on it. Yeah, I guess, like, it's fine for your combo to be back in that case if you're specifically intending to stack. It's just important for everybody to be on the same page. Yeah. At this point, you don't really need to stack because you got a gun, yeah, so at this point you rotate back. Yeah, it's just like, a little bit of miscommunication, I would say.
Yeah, so I tell Scout to Uber in, and then our Scout disappears.
Cart.
Like
Yeah, that's fair.
he's not even at cart. He's like behind us or somewhere. I think.
Is he dead? No, he's alive.
Yeah,
Fire
I don't-
catches fire, that's
literally he dematerializes during that game when I tell him to get Ubered.
Interesting play by their soldier.
Very
Maybe they
interesting
just
point.
have a Uber anxiety, you know? I do think you could end up getting more space in that Uber. I think you guys just got backed out like a little too early.
I pulled
Yeah,
back too quickly.
we called it. It was a bad Uber.
Yeah, it's just like, I think a big thing on that was that, like, you were just kind of peeking out here by yourself, Jim, and like probably just be focusing on this more, yeah.
One thing for
Like the
me
website.
is that I was killing their spy, and I like chased them a little bit, and then we called Uber, and then I was like
Out of position, yeah.
I was like a little far.
And that's not awful, like, no spy in hill
Yeah, I don't
means
think
you're not
it's too
gonna
bad.
lose sniper anybody to him, so that's fine. There aren't minis. Yeah, in that context, it's mostly fine. It's just, like, the Uber itself, I think, was a little questionable. Backing out, though, playing the post was fine, they were on minis, so you end up just winning it there. Your soldier is kind of taking this flank fight alone. Your flank is on cart. Yeah, here your soldier's just feeding him then.
Steve.
Does die. Okay, yeah, there's 3 people over there. Hopefully he calls that there's, like, spy on the flank and the other flank's super forward, though. Soldier probably got fed a bit of banner. Your combo's on cart. You go in for an Uber exchange. You have nobody on flank. I want you to look at this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your scout ninja on cart, right?
Yep.
Your sniper is alone here. Their scout is walking in.
Not even that. Watch what their spy does.
Their soldier is there. Their heavy is here.
Yeah.
You
they have a
guys are
really good
taking this in
defense.
too fast.
Our teleporter's on flank.
Yeah, our teleporter's on flank.
Getting massive presence on flank.
But yeah, no, I'm assuming you're just gonna get collapse stun from this side here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, like, you don't really want to go that far forward on third. Like, you don't want to go in that fast unless you wipe them on second. Like, it's like,
We did. Well, not a full wipe, but we took 7 out of 9.
right, but now it's like they already have all their spawners. They're kind of,
Yeah, they all spawned in and they jumped through flank and everything.
yeah. I don't know, it's just like, your flank needs to be able to contest. Like, the reason why you go in that fast is because you're able to get to their spawn and lock the doorway out so that they can't have everybody on flank and nobody getting on you behind. Like, you go in this fast so you can get up to here and get the traps. If the enemy team already has like presence around here, you either just want to sack in and clear it out, or you want to make sure you can actually have people like your flank come in and clear off their flank. Like, you only go in here for full exchange if they're out of position and don't have anything set up. But here it's like they already have their gun up, their flanks in. Your soldier should have called their flank with super in after he died to them. And it's just like you get collapsed in from every direction, yeah.
I honestly don't remember whether or not he called whether or not they had a lot of presence in flank, but I think for sure in that situation, since they were all alive, we should have just rotated through house our combo.
I think that could have worked as if you had like flank presence there, like if you're able to clear flank out, but the enemy team does instead, so it's like literally all the cards are against you, so you're not going to get anything done there, yeah.
Yeah, our last previous scrims, what I did is when they are all alive, I expect them to have a pretty heavy flank presence, so on offense, I just take combo to flank, clear it, and then we either rotate back or exchange from there.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic, yeah, because like the main benefit to going in main is just to get there fast to trap off the spawn, but if they are already out of their spawn and you're not going to get much damage, there's kind of just no point to it if you're going to keep getting rolled by the flank.
Mm-hmm.
And also getting this means you can like work with your sniper around here, and it's just generally very favorable to do, yeah. They end up not really denying partial, even with the battalion's backup, they don't really commit or chase to that, so your team ends up living, and getting cart time and getting cap. Their medic.
Yeah, we dropped like 4 or 5 players to cap cart, and they all are alive on last.
Okay, cool. Medic does die there. I was going to be very upset.
Yeah.
Very, very upset. Yeah, dropping players there is fine. The main thing is just getting the point, making sure they're not dealing with cart. Honestly, it should have been worse for your team there, but whatever. Here you're probably going to work players around big door, sniper. Yep, that's good. Making the right call there. Spies forward on flank. Gun goes down, cool. Let's see here, your scouts in man, your engineers on card, okay. You're trying to get people through the flank. Your soldiers coming in, you lose demo man to spy.
You lose demo man and sniper.
Yeah, it's gonna kill your push, and now you're trying to get through here, you're eating 9 million damage, you're not committing to using because you don't have, and you're just gonna get wiped, yeah.
Yeah, because we were like, well, we only have like 30 seconds, we gotta do something here.
Right, yeah, and you kind of do have to get card up in that short time frame too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fair. I'd just say, like, the defense was the main issue there, yeah. The offense, like, it was a bit goofy, but it's not too bad. Although third, like, if you did it successfully, probably would have bought you, like, maybe a minute more or so. But for offense, but yeah, defense is definitely the main thing there. Just not having the right calls, kind of over-committing to certain spots, baiting the rest of your players, yeah.
Okay.
It's like your sniper will be kind of alone on hill, or it's like your demo man will just kind of be alone in tunnel, not knowing that the gun was up there, yeah. People just aren't really on the same page about things, because it's just like the different components of your team aren't always calling things. Like your spy isn't always calling from what it seems like your flank isn't always calling. Even if your demo man is calling there, it's just like kind of difficult for him to know how to play correctly if he doesn't have the other sources of intelligence giving calls, yeah. You just need more people on your team calling. Like, you're gonna want your spy doing a lot of calling for sure, and then you're gonna want like either your soldier or your scout to be calling on the flank, and then just to make sure they're not taking fights by themselves, like that they're taking fights together and that they know when to back out. And that's gonna make your defense a whole lot better there. But yeah, basically every time they do die on the defensive flank there, it should be to be buying time for like the rest of your team. Or getting traits. Spies on the flank, you're going for a flank push.
I don't know
Spy doesn't do
Spy
anything.
failed that stab.
No comment.
What happened?
Look, man, it's hard.
Alright. I will say if you get heavy down, it's normally a really good time to just divert things over and get people in behind tunnel, like your heavy, your soldier, your, like, and just kind of sacking from here. You won't really have people in position to, but I think you could maybe have sent your soldier in here a lot earlier, especially once you've kind of already cleared out the flank.
Mm-hmm.
But you do a lot better on clearing flank that time, yeah. I just think there's something you could have done off the Heavy's death. Your team dies to traps, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it was above us.
No clue.
We had no idea.
That is fair.
Walked in.
Now you know that spot for the future.
Yup.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna use that
You're
for the
like,
future.
Wait, do I do
Yeah.
something here?
Jed, was that the only time you dropped that whole game?
No.
Oh, I dropped metagear! No,
I think I
don't.
dropped
Wait,
2 or
what
3
did I do
times.
here?
Yeah.
So here your team is probably going for a sack, right?
Hopefully, I did say sack for their med because I'm dead, and then I don't think it happened.
No, I think they battalions and we just like
Yeah.
were too afraid or something. I don't know.
And that's fair, yeah, battalions could have stopped that, but there is a lot of time before they battalions in which you could have just gone in for it. Like,
That's true.
you're like, yeah, now it's just like you're waiting for so long for your medic and you're not really pushing any advantage or picks in the meantime. Apparently their team just...
Yeah, I guess, I mean, the reason why I did is because I died at the same time the medic died, so we were both dead together. But by the time I was back, I didn't even think about...
Spy kills medic. I'm very confused on how they lost Engineer and Demoman earlier there. I'm just baffled. Anyways, let's see. Pushing over hill, you got Soldier and Spy. Should be able to get some tunnel presence. I think here you just have too many people coming from one angle. You don't really have other people flooding in from different angles, like supporting your team on hill there. So it's like you just kind of get funneled. You do get the force off. I mean, your medic did die earlier, so now it's like back to the drawing board. Yeah. See, Heavy and Pyre down, maybe work players in flank, boot combos in tunnel now, sure. Spy dies. Now you're going hill. No Spy here, so it's pretty nice for you. You have players trying to peek from tunnel.
I just never really called for anybody to pinch from side tunnel or anything.
Yeah, like either have them go from like side tunnel, main tunnel, or just like both directions, and just like make sure that they're kind of shooting at enemies from different angles and force them to look away from the combo. That's kind of what happened here with like your engineer on cart. Not some like a little bit of your soldier, I guess. And they probably are backing out at this MGE.
MGE moment.
Their sniper is overextended. Spy goes in. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I mean, 3 minutes is a bit... It's not the worst, it's just like, it was a very sloppy second all around.
Yeah, I know, we
got
pushed in
dropped.
twice, both times. We didn't pinch them from any of the two other sides.
It's just like, also like though, while your medic is dead, they're on second, you're really not getting anything done until you have Uber again, so you might as well just be doing a sack, like once you have your players alive, once you spike and sap. And just see what happens. Yeah, if their soldiers running battalions, you can literally just have your spy stab him as well, as assuming he can get like a sap and a stab around the same time frame.
I was tilted because I ended up on second point dropping 3 times in a row.
That's fair. It happens, yeah. Here combo goes flank. Kill scout, so you should have some nice flank presence here. Yep.
Murder the engineer.
Quick thing.
Heavy spot's too good.
There's a really good way to counter that heavy spot. You have your soldier peek right around here. He hits heavy 3 times, he is dead. Usually around after the second rocket, he kind of jumps, tries to get the pack. You can just hit him in the middle of the air, especially while he's dealing with your team. That's what happens there. You shouldn't have to be losing players to that. You clear him though, so that's decent-ish. Their sniper dies. They banner. Should be playing wide and spamming them out now. Yep. You go for an Uber exchange. Spy's trying to go for a sap.
Didn't happen.
That happens, yeah. Cart gets up the hill.
Far enough to avoid it, and the pyro was in front of me.
Carrier should be able to just get like a spy cap or something a little bit though.
Yeah, I think we do.
Yeah, and once the cart gets up to around here, you've kind of already lost unless you like. To their team's credit, they do get a pretty good exchange. They get a lot of kills on your team, so it's like not as drastic. But usually, once it's around here, it's like super hard to like basically deny the point. But they did use Kev earlier, so it's not bad for them. Not that bad, anyways.
Yeah. We tried to go for the spy cab, but there were 3 of them sitting on it.
I just ran out of cloak. I get it the second time around.
I think here your team's just like panicking a little bit. They're like, the cart's this close, you're kind of just flying in main. I think a safer play there is to work your sniper demo on the flank, and then like their heavy just kind of instantly dies on cart. They have nothing really watching cart anymore. If they try and recontest cart, your demo and just traps off around here. It's mostly fine, but I think it could have been a bit of a fast. Okay.
That's crazy.
Bit of a faster push. Interesting, yes.
He doesn't do anything, he just walks back to spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have spawn.
He died. He doesn't even get back to spawn. He just
You're
died.
still getting spawners there. You should be working some players around flank here, probably. This is just a crazy game.
It's most of our games on payload. It
Understandable.
seems. Hey, a moment.
Would you like to see our steel game next?
Oh, that was something.
How much money am I being paid?
I'll give you any money you want.
$7 million.
Alright,
I'll
sure.
give you 3 refined.
Oh, I barely.
Give me a stout. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I was
Can they pay
wondering
you
what
in
bounced me
unusuals?
there.
Yeah, I don't suggest fully using through the flank. Pirate denial.
That's true.
Fine, your
Yeah,
team is trying to clear off flanks, that's good. It's just like, I think it's a little redundant to use through here, because like, if their pyre plays in the story, you get blocked. If their pyre plays here and detonators up, you get blocked. If their pyre just stays down there, you get blocked. The only real chance you have is of just getting people before they get Uber, but they have a pyre that could just right-click everything here. You're not going to get much done. The main thing you want to do, like, it's just like your team's a little overcoming to that. It was honestly just a little unfortunate with their spike coming out at the same time, though. You had to force for that, but usually what you'd see is just like, you clear off flank, you get your soldier in heavy end here, they shoot the enemy team, distract them here, make sure they can't just sit up here that they have to use, and then you go and use into them spy sap's gun.
Okay.
Like you use them from big door usually, I'd say there. It might be meta for teams using on flank, but like, after...
Yeah, I know that there's a split between big door and flank. I just never really knew what to do about it.
Oh no, yeah, it's just like, you help your flank, like, it's fine to get in there, just don't risk your medic for that, yeah. Just get your players both, have your pyre be air blasting the doorway, have your NG or something, just passively be watching flank around here, or, along with your sniper. Sniper tries to shoot anybody around here. You get your soldier and heavy through the flank, maybe you coordinate with your spy to get that. Or it's like you have your demo with you, so you should be able to get flank. Their team rotates more things over to here, they stay around this wall, then you go and use into them here. Usually around that time, that's like your soldier can like get a ton of damage, maybe a force, or just like be distracting your pyre and team and make sure they all cluster up, so your Uber exchange is going to be a lot better and you won't get denied by their pyre at all, because their pyre's focusing on this instead. And it's just like, you want that split pressure here. It's very important. I think, like, I don't really know what the meta is. Like, I see a lot of teams still try and do it around advance, but it's just so awful compared to going in through main, as somebody who has played Pyro, and is...
Yeah, it just sounds so much easier if I do it that way anyway.
Yeah, because it's like, you get forced basically every single time around here as well. And then it's like, their team doesn't even really need a use, because they just hold right-click and then, boom, your Uber's done.
Yeah, and between taking heavy in with me to IT... it usually works out. I can clear out IT with my heavy, have them take it, and then I just never rotate back through main.
Yeah, it's important to just rotate back to working off something, because otherwise you're just rolling up here, taking the same damage you use, you get denied by here. And then it's like, if you try and go in through main or anywhere else without clearing off the flank, then what happens is like they just have their flank collapse on you. It's really easy for them to hold flank if you won't help your flank. But then yeah, if you all go through here, you use here, there's like no real split pressure. Like, any of your players around here are kind of just a non-factor in that fight compared to like your combo if they went in through here and your flank like pushes from over here. Yeah, it's just important to have that split pressure there.
The first time, that would have been a minute and a half, 2 minutes difference.
Yeah, so it's just like all those little things kind of add up. Yeah. I don't know, your team does have, like, some of the right ideas, it's just, like, the execution or, like, the specifics of it are kind of lost, yeah. Fine, it's not bad, no, there's, like, some promise there for sure, but definitely things you could improve on, yeah, like... Honestly, my mind is still in a state of disarray from that sniper.
Just take a casual stroll through Red Room.
Yeah. Let's see. I will say, like...
Oh no, Steve.
Nice. Yeah, having your soldier play aggro here is fine. Either he trades his life, he maybe gets some damage, usually forces them to back off, or he catches them out, he catches them lacking, and then it's like he gets a kill or two, so that's pretty fantastic there. Now, like, a lot of momentum, their gun is taking 9 million damage, their medic drops because their pyro's distracted with keeping gun alive because their engineer doesn't pull gun early. Yeah, they just get super spammed out there, there's nothing contesting you on the flank, that's good. That is like textbook perfect first push, yes.
Now, if only we were the ones that did that. Because we're back on red, baby.
Oh, wait.
Would have been a different story.
Oh, wait. Did I
You sure did.
Yep.
Bro!
What?
What happened?
My mind is in a state of disarray from that sniper. What did I
That
say?
sniper has completely discombobulated you.
Yes.
Hold on, I didn't see it. I gotta see it. What happened?
I'm just like, I'm doing a review in their team now.
Yeah, at one point there was a sniper just roaming them out, doing nothing.
Yeah.
He was just walking.
We were on offense, and their sniper was like walking around on last, just taking a stroll through Red Room onto Cliffside, and then he fucking eats shit and dies.
I can't wait. I need to see him to like.
You can watch the video later, like check the demo for yourself. But it's around like this, like around here, like on last, like when your team's first pushing into it. There's this.
Okay, so.
That is embarrassing, whatever. Yeah, your flank just gets caught a little lacking, a little bit of a slow rotation, like they're playing super aggro there, it's just like you want to be making sure you start backing out sooner, and you're not directly contesting them once they start getting up to the even ground. I'm just going to act like I never demo reviewed for their team.
Hold on, watch that, watch that spy come in.
Just walks in, yeah. I will say, like, it's a little slow on the gun pull there, like your gun is taking so much damage, so your pyre has to, like, keep air blasting off.
Yeah.
And which means that, like, nobody's... Yeah, it's just
we
like...
had nobody watching main tunnel, so...
Yeah, and you're nobody on flank as well. And your heavy should be watching main there, but it's kind of hard for him to necessarily be dealing with spy as well as everything else, like the bombers, if any of them come in. But the main thing there is just you're not making the call to back out early enough. Like, you know, you see your your flank dies very early, you see them all rushing flank, you don't have any ability to clear them off and they're spamming your gun. It's just like you have to make the call to back out sooner, so that's kind of on your main caller there, yeah.
And I'm saying, alright, they're gonna use in on us because we don't have Uber and they're just gonna murder the shit out of us, so be ready to...
Right.
I don't know why they haven't walked yet. I'm just like,
Because it's still on like 70% speed, so...
Yes.
Okay, there they go.
No, it's 90%.
It's
Their spy should be sapping. It doesn't get the sap, so you should be living for a while.
but yeah, they limit themselves to just sit on the roof, and then they get spammed out.
And they didn't sap gun, and they took way too long. Your spy coordinates with your combo there, you kind of wipe them off, that's good. As you're saying.
They wasted that Uber.
Flashed.
Yes.
They used way too early and they flashed.
And they didn't sap gun.
Yeah, exactly.
And I got a pretty good stuff on them too.
They didn't even take an advantageous position either.
Yeah, so that's good. Good on your team for not fearing the scary Rift players.
Spooky.
It's good, yeah. When enemy teams just
again.
Yeah, that's if you have trouble like dealing with the spy around here, like another reason to just be playing all the way back here.
Or
Yeah.
But
Dan said after he switched to Tomislav, that's never happened to him again.
Understandable. But another like a thing that also really helps with spy here is just having a soldier be shooting around these walls, like playing with your heavy. It's just like whatever your flank's doing, you kind of want them relatively playing together there. You get forced by that soldier, yeah, that Trax demo goes in as well. So they go and get a sack off. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we Italian for the sack.
That's fair, yeah.
But it's...
The main thing with that sack there is just like you need players playing like if your pyro plays super close to your medic, you should be fine. You are down heavy there though, so it like does take away a lot of your denial of it. The gun I'd say is also like in a it's a little bit to the side. I'm not an engineer man, but like if it's like maybe a little more forward, maybe you could deny the sack better. Don't quote me on that though. I did see you try and like kite it far out, which is like I would say honestly, like instead of going around the shutter when you're trying to survive that bomb there, like surf all the way around, like just play in the open area. It's much harder for a soldier and you kite it into your gun and the rest of your team rather than like trying to split off and going into an enclosed building, yeah.
3 people alive.
But yeah, it's just like your team kind of splits apart during that sack there. That's the main thing that ends up making the sack work, and then it's like you've kind of lost to that point. When it's just like even defensive fights, though your team seems to mostly be doing fine. It's just like little positional things, yeah. Let's see
Yeah, I think
here.
your heavy was getting bullied by spies.
Yeah. At this point, I'd say have your heavy fists rotate over flank, having heavy around here is like super defensible
yeah, you know how
and
many
important.
times I told him that?
Yeah.
And how many times did it happen?
Once every scrim. Once every scrim.
Let's see. A sniper gets your soldier on flank. I will say that as a on your flank, they should be playing passive unless like they're specifically trying to aggress for something there. Usually it's like just make sure you're holding passively, you're being supported by your heavy, and then it's like if their sniper's called on flank, you either jump for him so that he is not able to just get the element of surprise and kill you by peeking first, or that you get the call off so you can like be more, so like the rest of your team knows while you're being more passive that there's like a sniper they need to deal with.
Yeah, see, if we knew that their flank was, or their combo was in flank there, we could have Uber exchanged right there on flank.
Right, but it's like you don't get the call.
But we didn't get the call. Our heavy wasn't sitting in the spot, so we had nothing but to leave.
Yeah, like your soldier dies already, your scouts get passive. It could be your spy calling it there. I don't recall if he was dead or not, or what he died to, if so, but having your heavy over there, I mean, it would have been nice that, yeah, it would have kind of contested them, but he probably would have just died for it, although he probably would have given you the call and delayed them. The main thing there is just that, like, you just don't really have the proper flank presence in general, yeah, like your flank's just a little bit out of position,
we only had 3 people alive by the time they pushed it.
Yeah. It's just like, yep.
Alive, so you should have known.
No, your soldier died to their sniper.
Oh, okay.
Like, on third. Yeah, just a bit of staggering, people dying.
Battalions, and we're just spawning in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
It's just a lot of people not taking the same peaks from the same angles, not really knowing what's going on either, yeah.
Yeah, our scrims looked better than that, but they still weren't good.
That is fair. Okay. And then you had a steel one, you said?
I mean, we said that as a joke, but I mean, if you're volunteering...
You wanna watch it?
No, it's not the 1 minute one, guys. It's not the 1 minute. We actually played a real game of Steel once.
Right.
Okay.
We did.
Oh, was that the one that I wasn't there for? I don't think I've actually done like a real Steel scrub yet.
Okay.
Here, I got the demo. If you want it, here you go. It's in logs tf. Bam, demos.tf, baby.
It might be helpful to go over before Steel Week.
Steel Week.
I'm excited for Steel Week, dude. I'm excited.
I love Steel.
It's a good way to end our season.
I like it.
Steel makes me happy.
I think we should be able to win that, though.
We need the steel magic.
The magic of Steel.
How about we just 18-0 on steel?
God, I hope so.
That's not how it works.
You just win every. Well, you can win every scrim.
But yeah, I don't know. Having people alive at the right times and just like holding things together very important. Also, just getting the calls and just letting people know when to back up. Yeah.
Dude, Semi-Perf left a comment on my Steam profile.
No way.
Yeah, he said T4 GG.
Permaband on RGL, GG.
Yeah, I'll say it to him. How's that permaband going?
L plus ratio.
I still can't believe I like started demo reviewing for the enemy team bugs.
That was funny.
Dude, I'm telling you, that sniper just warped reality around him.
Pretty fun.
Yeah, it's like
You
immersion.
entered a different timeline. You splintered for a little bit.
You're like, okay, I'm reviewing for Cat Cafe right now.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a bit that was happening. I just accepted it.
Understandable. It's reality.
I mean, it's also good to know, like, this was a good thing that they did do that.
Yeah, that's fair. Usually it's like
even if you are reviewing our team, seeing what the enemy team does.
Yeah, it's just like trading people to clear off flank there is perfectly acceptable. Their flank takes so much longer to spawn, and then once you have the flank cleared out, like you get a pick or two, it's like you kind of win like that anyways. It's like so much more important to clear the flank out, so it's fine to like trade soldier, pyro, demo, whatever you want to for it.
Right.
Let's see. So your flank clears out. Yep.
Oh, he's sitting in the bush? What?
Yeah. Normally I'd say send your
Pyro?
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 What's up?
Oh, it's Concord. It's
Oh,
Concord.
it's Concord.
Yeah,
Oh, Concord doesn't know what he's done.
Yes, and like half your team is sitting in spawn, but
Yeah.
send your pyro out on A, have him clear for check for spy. He's a lot better in other classes just because there's like so many little spots here, and it's like
that because like literally while because we just sit here waiting for the SVS to happen, and while that's
Yeah, we
happening,
do
I'm
wait
not
on
doing anything.
SVS.
right, like all you really need there is like. I wouldn't necessarily say you should be trying to clear it up, or like you can be trying to for like a life or two while you're flank scapping A, like with your heavy demo. Like they can try and just muscle it out because they don't really have much else to do anyways, and your sniper could just be sitting back at spawn with your gun and medic. There shouldn't really be any like players just sitting doing nothing though. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
could,
you can hold
well,
right side so that sniper would be the first thing visible.
I could do it for like
Yeah.
literally like 20 seconds and then run back or something like that. Even just so that I'm doing something.
Yeah, let's like clear off A, then like it's just like
Yeah, I think that's good.
kind of confused as to what your flank died to now that I took my eye away.
Oh, our flank is dead. All of it. How?
A scout?
Okay.
Did a scout
Yes.
1v3?
A scout!
Hello?
Can I watch this?
What?
Roll that back. Roll the fucking back, please.
Please tell me you guys actually just kill blinded.
5,000, 7,000.
I gotta see this.
Okay.
Wait, what the fuck?
Everybody's black.
Okay, soldiers here. Okay, soldiers here. That's
What
fine.
just happened?
Hold on. Okay.
Someone has to
He
defend, dude.
leaves. They sit on point. Soldiers just spamming fucking rockets at nothing.
Right.
Our soldier goes up there to trap him.
Even though he's like 20 HP.
Yes.
Legend.
One.
Divas with Chad for
comes
going
up.
in.
Spy goes in. It was much funnier when I thought it was when I was like, wait, it is just the scout here. It is just the scout.
Kill spy.
Wait, oh,
He has no health.
what the fuck?
Our engineer missed every
Dude.
shot.
Have better DM, kill that player.
Oh, dude, I remember that. We were really struggling. That was good.
Oh my
I was there.
God.
Okay, their soldier doesn't play up. Yeah, their soldier doesn't help their heavy upper, so heavy dies to your demo heavy. Yeah. As a quick tangent, having a soldier up there is pretty nice. It didn't used to be meta like a long time ago, but now it's like became fairly meta. I think like most teams do, and it's like a lot harder to deal with it unless you rotate like power up there as well. It gives you a lot more proportional value than having your soldier be spamming point on A, and then it's just like the main actual downside though is that like it means you're having less presence in lobby. And it's really good to have a soldier in lobby just perma-locking the doorway out, but it's also really important not to lose upper so you can like just fully deny their book exchanges, like not lose players up there as easily. I will say like if your scout starts having trouble in lobby, it's perfectly fine to just rotate your soldier over to there, or if like they start getting flankers on E, it's important too. The main thing there though is just having like a singular like scout or so, just being able to call like where their flank's coming from, like not where their flank's coming from, if their combo's going AE or anything like that. It gives your soldier the intelligence, but it's also like it's very important to have your soldier be helping your heavy up here until you lose up top, basically. And then it's like your spy can be working with your scout in lobby, and it'll be like decently as well. Like It's like the main thing is like the scout draws their eyes this way, your spy tries to go in for a stab on the soldier, and then if he can do that, it's basically just as good as having a soldier in lobby. And then you also have the additional help of a soldier in upper. But I don't know, it just depends on the team. Like some teams prefer me to be playing in lobby, some teams prefer upper. I think upper's become a lot more universally accepted though, but like there is reasoning for having a soldier and player in lobby if that's your preference for defense. Okay. Let's see here. Heavy's trying to contest him from up top here. His flank is still dying. Losing people around main.
The Texas man.
I think I want to pay more attention to flank for a little bit. Your Heavy should be playing perma up top though, kind of. Yeah. Like, he should be playing up top during the Super Exchange shooting gun up from up top, being additional to it, while like your demo man, whoever else goes in during this around the corner. It's just like your Heavy doesn't really have much ability to chase there. It looks like you send full things, like your entire flank to go with you on B, because you're having trouble with A. But then your engineer is still going A alone. Your flank's a little out of sync, definitely, with their positioning and timing here. But
no, this game isn't very recent because our last scrims were very good.
Right. So I'd say my main suggestion for this, if you're having a lot of trouble with soldier in lobby, like I'm assuming that's where you're losing so many people in flank to, like there's their soldier rolling around lobby and then like their scout chasing in. Since having spy, like having your flank in from behind / like in wishbone or on E is so important anyways, I'd say you might as well just have your spy coming in and stabbing their soldier. Like, it's very easy for your, like, here's the thing, right? These doorways, you have to keep spamming them, like, it's, whoever crosses through basically gets, like, a huge advantage on the flank, like, the defensive soldier has a huge advantage here, but the main thing is, if he has to look away, like, to look at a spy, for instance, then it's very easy for you to just push in. It's like, you kind of just perma have to keep these locked down if both soldiers are here, which is maybe one of the reasons why, like, teams prefer not to send their soldiers there anymore. But that's a bit of a touch or whatever. I don't think that's actually very relevant. But the main thing here is, yeah, like, since it's very important to have your flank be able to actually help your combo rather than just dying on A or walking the same doorways as your team on A, on B rather, it's very important to just, like, have your spy help deal with their soldier if their soldier's playing there, yeah? Because it's kind of what opens up your ability to get the point unless the enemy team just fails around. It's just like, for the majority of this, your flank isn't able to actually help your combo. So it's like your combo is just kind of getting isolated over here, not really being able to pressure in at all. You do a death ball with your flank, although that is a lot less effective than sending your flank through and getting them in behind, but the main difference there is your flank is supporting your combo in the slightest. And having those extra players is very helpful. Here you're chasing around Wishbone a bit. You get a pick on their spy, okay. This is very interesting on their team's part. But you're pressuring Wishbone, chasing it, that's good.
Wipes.
Dude, that fucking jump scared me that heavy. He's popped out of nowhere.
I would say that's kind of on your soldier there if he's playing around this side. Like, you should have a visual on him for a fairly long time. Should be calling that just rocking him from behind, making sure he can't just walk at you there. Realistically speaking, though, like, the enemy team shouldn't be doing whatever they're doing with their level 3 around here. Your Heavy should be alive. And your Heavy should be able to contest their Heavy and prevent him from doing that. It's just the enemy team is playing very weirdly, so it's kind of hard for your team to, like, play that perfectly. You get people on C, they're busy dealing with your flank and lobby? You're level 3, okay, yeah, they're panicking, they're like, hey guys, there's a level 3 sentry gun in lobby, we gotta take care of it, we gotta kill it. Not entirely right on their team's part, and you're able to probably get C off that. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have it.
A
little bit of a solo peek there.
Back to Wishbone.
I always did backstab at D, dude, every fucking time.
What is this gun spot?
I don't
know. Your flank's still getting kind of pressure around here. So now you're rotating combo members over to? I think you just want to be playing with your medic there, Cinder, like, I guess, Telly? No?
Yeah, I believe I told them to rotate over here. They were taking a while because they're rotating from the other side of the map.
Oh, there isn't a tele exit. What?
No.
I was gonna say, is the telly over here? No.
Nope.
So you're calling them to rotate over, so that's kind of on them. Yeah, I will say that like, if you're dead and you're calling that, like, call that a bit more in advance. Like, have that plan out so they have more time to rotate.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have like any
okay,
teleports or
we're
anything.
rotating, and then we get to spawn. We're like, "There's no teleporter. We're walking. Hold on."
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause they had white room like big time.
In that case, just
Not
like,
in white room.
yeah, in that case, just make that call in advance. Like, give people an idea of what they're gonna be doing ahead of time. Yeah, if you're just gonna be spawning and they're not gonna be able to physically like follow you around and know what exactly about it, you go in for an exchange here. You have your spy get in. Let's see where your soldier is. Your soldier should not be playing where your combo is here. He should be playing like wishbone bombing their heaven with your spy, holding their heaven, spamming into them around here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like your strategy, like, I feel like you just, like, your strategy on steel ends up devolving to, like, let's just death ball our flank with our combo, and that's not really the right way to play steel.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't doing that last season, I can tell you that.
Yeah, we're not doing it anymore. This is probably the last scrim on steel that we had before actually reviewing steel and figuring out what
Right.
we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
So our last scrim was obviously against a team that was lower div, so we didn't have to do much, but we did play it out properly compared to this.
That's good. I don't know. To be fair, like, it's not always best to play meta. It's nice to experiment, just try different things, but
You can kind of get away with every now and then.
yeah, it's just like sometimes it's just not gonna work out against teams that like do understand more of the principles of the maps. I guess is like how I'd translate it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is that sentry, dude?
I don't know.
Back on the spot.
So, real talk though, honestly, I feel like what you could do here is like, I feel like what you could have done this entire time is just get your combo to go in on D, kill the gun, like, cause it's just,
Yeah, we ended up doing that actually.
and then it's like you can just go in for an exchange behind them, and it's like and it's like you have to, you're gonna have that almost surprise, or at least like a more favorable angle than just this singular doorway. I feel like it's just like your team is trying to death ball too hard, like your team is playing like they're an Overwatch team, basically.
Yeah.
That is my takeaway from this offense half.
I hate Overwatch. I hate Overwatch.
Same.
But no, we legit do that. I think we rotate back. And we go through perfume.
Because we're like, okay, this shit ain't fucking working.
Perfume?
Yeah, so the hallway that leads in front of that spawn
Oh,
door from
yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet,
we call it
we call
perfume.
it perfume because it's like the perfume.
The death corner, the spawn
It's
hallway.
like the perfume
SpongeBob's.
department from SpongeBob.
Yeah, that's what it, yeah.
Oh, you
Death
haven't seen it?
Hallway.
Death
Oh, Death Hallway.
From C to
Okay.
D. C to D. Death
Yeah, I have
Hallway.
never
Yeah.
heard that called perfume. But
Yeah.
Perfume.
let's see.
You wanna
Fucking
know
eight-
another
Nick
funny
Wishbone.
call that we have?
What is
no,
it?
I
Where
don't know about
JFK is?
Yeah,
Yes.
in the window. Yeah, the window.
Yeah, so you know the spawn? You know B spawn?
Yeah.
We call that
Underneath
limo.
Because it's next to JFK. Even Nine said it's based, and he wants his team to incorporate it. So
Yeah, I think
Your flank just keeps taking fights separately, and then it's like you don't even have a full flank.
Yeah. KP was like doing this whole thing of like, oh, let me call for us on flank, and then I don't think I heard him call at all.
Demo man main caller syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, our
Here
staff
they-
was like, oh, let me be the caller for flank.
So they should be able to get on a flank now. Yeah, there it's just like your flank like gets. I don't know why their soldiers just perma playing combo here, but like they're kind of delayed by their soldiers, so they're not able to play and support the post fight. Yeah,
Damn, this was not a very good round.
no, I don't see not. But I will say that like you probably want to meet them and contest like more around like here, so make sure you're not using early, and then just solo deny it like with your demo pirate or like demo pirate. Like just keep them stuffed at the doorway, get the Uber out of the plane, then just pinch them with your flank there. Like you don't. I don't know. you don't necessarily have to do that specifically with Uber, but like just make sure they're not able to like get you all in the open here. Like you want to box them into a wall with like wherever they Uber in, like your park and detonator stuff. But it's just like your team's going in for an Uber exchange. You kind of like flashlight. You're out of position. You're in the open, and it's so much easier for their team to like flood and kill you there. Yeah, especially when they have like this side of the map. The main thing, like, with that sort of, like, rotation there, like, is that their team has the ability to reinforce very easily. Like, they have everybody around the side, they have the ability to get spawners, but then your team is kind of just, like, stranded off there, yeah. So it's like, you have to, like, pincer with your flank. You have to make sure there's some sort of other pressure so that you can, like, kill a sizable portion of their team. Before they could just like get more and more players and just center mass here. You going for an exchange here? Alright. I do think at this point though, you should probably just go in here. They have nobody really contesting E. And then it's like you can just trap this off. You can have your soldier bomb, your spy sap this, get in through heaven and trap this off as well, and it's like you should just kind of be avoidable in E because their team is just always trying to hold and push through lobby. I think your team just like keep trying to do like the same angle and the same pushers over and over again here, yeah?
Yeah, we did, because we didn't really know what else to do.
Yeah. Here's a rule of thumb. If you don't know what to do and what you're doing isn't working, just try and parallel whatever their combo is currently doing. It's a bit of interesting technology, especially for steel. Just try and like out-rotate, basically. Yes! And if it doesn't work out, you learn why it doesn't work out, like what went wrong, instead of just like getting held at the same doorway when you know what's going wrong. It's just like you gotta learn through like empirical methods, yeah. Let's see. This has definitely been one of the steel matches of all time.
It sure has, hasn't it?
Yep.
Steel will go down as one of the matches of all time.
Yes. So yeah, real quick, another thing. For offense, you can clear this off with flank, rotate flank back, house scout bonk through upper, and sort of like clear out this whole area. Like send your soldier, scout, heavy, demo, not necessarily demo, but demo can help too, and just clear this out. Like, cause at the same time, like, getting a pick on flank is necessary to pushing flank, and getting their heavy soldier, whatever they have an upper cleared out of upper, is necessary to pushing on combo. So it's like, you could just get a point, have your flank clear upper with your combo, and then it's kind of impossible for them to really get it, like their engineers and walking back up there and putting a teleporter back up as long as you get the teleporter, and then it's like you just have your flank push a, like, if their soldiers holding there, you can have your spy help too, and then that's usually how you'd see it happen. So let's see here though. Having an upper demo and upper, you can do that rotationally from time to time. Your soldier dies to reading is difficult.
Yeah.
Your soldier died, whatever.
Oh, our heavy's invisible, he's a ghost!
Holy shit. He do be cheating. Let's see, your scout's staying in on A. Your soldier. Okay, your soldier's playing A. That's probably how he died.
Flank moment.
I think we actually hold A for straight up 2 minutes. I remember this.
Against a better team, you never want to be doing this. You just want to be like having people up towards the spawn. Just occasionally, like the main thing is like having your soldiers spam this off if he's not playing upper.
The reason we were saying is because I'm spy and I was sitting and watching. I would constantly be calling, "Oh, scouts alone own him."
Yeah, like
no, soldiers alone own him.
No, like that's the thing against a better team. Like their team is playing incorrectly here, so you're able to punch that. That's fine. Honestly, you get good time on A. You lose your sniper, you lose your demo man, and you probably lose B.
I think I end up using when they try to push into upper.
Yeah, that's like one of the things that having soldier.
I thought they were gonna collapse on our heavy, and then they just don't.
Let's see. So they get flank. Anyways, nope. Flank gets. Nope, they get flank. And they get upper.
Koozie.
Their team should have gone B so long ago. Let's see. So they get upper, they get people. Flank's kind of on E. You're trying to recontest.
Honestly, should have left here.
Yeah, look at the sniper angle. Look at what their sniper has here. Look at what their Demoman's doing. Look at what their flank is doing.
Oh man.
Dude, we got surrounded. Guys.
Yeah. There you just wanna like, instead of trying to like
leave through wishbone, we should have just gone through.
yeah, because like you saw the person on E. If you look at the top, like you would have saw your flank there. Like maybe you could hear calls from them, but you see that pressure on E. That means their flank is here, and all they have to do when the enemy team is pushing in is walk right here, and boom, like half your team at least dies. Their combo's calling, "Hey, flank, get in! We're capping, we're rolling them," and then you just wipe there. But then if you get here. When they cap B, you get the spawn, and over here, it's fine to try and do a wishbone hold, but you just do not have the players alive, or like their flanks in a really good position to collapse on you, yeah, and you just get wiped. I don't even have to use for that. You do get a passive C hold up though. Soldier's gonna be playing with NG, that's good. Never mind, he got stabbed or something.
Texas man is dead.
Soldier dies, so you probably have to start rotating things to see. Yep. There's just like, you need people with your engineer early on to ensure that doesn't happen, to ensure that you can keep like a really good hold on you, because as long as this gun doesn't go down, they basically do not get on E here, and you don't have to rotate away. They're probably rotating to C? No?
They might rotate a little slower here.
No.
Or not at all.
Yeah, C's like free.
They do send one person to go cap C.
Okay. Oh, your medic hires to sniper. Unfortunate. Yeah.
Yep, there's the one guy on C. It's the spy.
Huh.
Very quiet on E right now. Not a whole lot going on.
We're having a staring contest.
Solo cap the whole time.
Okay, while your combo's here, if there's only one person, let's see, maybe you could send like a scout or a soldier or something, clear it off. You could try and contest their combo and wishbone from this angle, and then they're all just like stuck into the starway. You don't really have your flank with you, you don't know where their flank is, so honestly staying here isn't that bad. It's just really strange that their combo just didn't do anything there, but also like, because they didn't do anything, it's not the worst idea for your combo to not do much there. Because it's like, I don't know, if you get off they might just flood E again, but they're kind of just standing there wasting their own time. Honestly, like, it should have just been your flank clearing off C there, and then it's just like their team just kind of loses the game for however long that they spend. You don't have players heaven here. You keep trying to take this fight from here. I'd honestly say at this point just rotate lobby, you still have the time. The main reason why you, like, when you keep going this way is if you have, like, super low point time, like, around this, is when you just keep flooding point your power can try and detonate it, clear it off. This has been a very confusing half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say, considering their combo is doing nothing, it's just, like, you don't necessarily want to just walk away, let them just get on E. Like, the main thing is you're allowing your engineer just safely get up on heaven there. Just have your flank and spy clear off C though, so it's like their team is literally just doing nothing the entire time span. That's the main thing you could have done differently, and that would have had such a huge impact, because then for all that time their entire team is basically just doing nothing there. Definitely could have taken advantage of that, just seeing there's one on cap, like always be paying attention to like how many people are capping, what their combo's doing, yeah. That was not correct steal. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, I will tell you, there's still a couple of things that you caught on that we did still do in our most recent games. But at least half of that we fixed.
Yeah, thank God.
That's good. I'm gonna stop the recording, I think, unless you have any questions.
No?
I think we're good.
I think I'm
Alright.
good.
My brain hurts.
I have a general question, but it doesn't have to be in the recording.
Alright, sure, let me end it then.